So first I'm going to start off with my Morphe palette. Alright, as you can see. So usually I start off with a more neutral color, something that's, a little close to your skin that you can layer up basically with your other eyeshadow colors. So you just want to keep, just keep an eyeshadow on your lid, the lighter color, making sure it's blended as you keep going. Keep going, yeah. Still doing the same thing. I was listening to music, so I was dancing a little bit. But yeah, we just want to keep piling on the eyeshadow to make sure the pigment is good. Sometimes if you just put on like one layer, you won't see the pigment as well as if you pile on a couple of layers. And you want to make sure that you keep checking back and forth to make sure that it's equal on both sides. Alright, next I'm going to take this brush and just do basically the crease of my eyelids. This is a really good blending brush that I love to use. And I believe I took like more of a brown that was in the right upper corner. And I'm just trying to define that crease. This I really like to do because it brings, more dimension to your eyes. I'm showing you the palette that I got. It's the 350 Matte Morphe palette. The color I actually put in was that orange that I was putting in my crease. I wanted to go for more of a, just wanted to go for more of a kind of sunrise look. So that's why I thought to put the orange there to just add that color. So just keep piling on. Keep doing the same thing. Make sure you're blending as you keep going. Build on top of that cover. Just keep building and building until you get the color and the pigment that you would like. Okay, so we're just keep doing the same thing, checking both sides, making sure that the pigment and the color and the coverage is the same on each side. Keep just building, blending. I had to go over my eyebrow again because, I'm a super perfectionist, so if it's not on fleek, you gotta go back. Beauty blender. Make sure your beauty blender is wet when you use it. Well, damp, not wet, but damp. So it's as soft as possible. So yeah, we just keep blending, checking. Blend. Please blend your eyeshadows. Oh my gosh. That is like one of my biggest pet peeves with makeup. It's really a beginner mistake. Don't just put a whole bunch of colors on your eyes and not blend it. So, I'm telling you, blend. You don't want to see any sharp lines. Just keep going. Just keep adding on. Want to get the pigment and the color and the coverage that I would like for this kind of sunset summer vibes look I was going for. I don't know what I was talking about here. Ooh, that was my jam. Alright, we're going to keep blending. Same thing. You already know. Make sure the blend is elite, okay? The blend must be elite at all times. Okay. Yeah, I think I was listening to Peace Sign by Seven Streeter. Y'all should check her out. If you don't know about Seven, I'm putting you on. She has been nice. Okay, we're going to keep looking back and forth, see if I like it. I'm still talking, chatting. Doesn't even matter. We're not even using that, sis. I'm going to move over so you guys can see. I keep blending, blending, blending. I think I was pointing out the color, the next color I was using, or the colors I was using. Yep, right there and there. I think I was talking about the fact that I like to blend those two colors to sort of create a dimension in my eyes. Being that I have hooded eyes, it can be very frustrating when you want your eye looks to look a certain way. So often I like to go in with different shades of the same color, so it gives my eyes more of a wider, I guess, look. So yep, here we're just piling on. I'm using the two different shades of burgundy just to bring out more of that orange color, the orange red color I would like to represent like sort of like a beautiful sunset. So yep, we're just doing the same thing, still blending, still blending, still blending. Okay, so here I was talking about something. I don't know what I was talking about. I'm always talking. But we still gonna blend some more, some more. We're just gonna keep. I was talking about something. What was I talking about? I don't even remember, y'all. Sis, what are you even saying? I just like to talk. Oh, I know what I was talking about. What I was saying was that I would only do this type of look for an event. I would never do this type of look for an everyday sort of thing just because I know how long it takes. This makeup look that I'm doing usually would take me about, for a full face, about 2 hours if I'm really trying to focus and get everything perfectly fine and I'm bumping and I'm listening to music and all of that. So you would want to do this type of look if you have time to actually get ready and follow the steps. But if you don't, and you gotta rush, don't do this. I'm telling you. So anyway, we're going back in with some more color. Blending, 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 blending. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Keep going, keep going. Yes, sis. Get that color right. What? They see that red? They do, they do. Ooh, I was rapping something. I was in my feelings. Rapping something. Oh, I know what this was. I was rapping Kanye here. Yes. Still blending, blending, blending. Still blending, blending. Alright. Take a look at the color. What? Let them know. Okay, so then I have switched up to another brush. Especially when you're doing a very intricate, if you're doing a very intricate eyeshadow sort of look, I would recommend having multiple eyeshadow brushes just because, especially if you're doing like a color like red or purple or something like that, you don't want to mess up the other eye sort of part, the other part of your eye that you might be doing a different shade or a different color by accidentally mixing them up. I mean, if you only have one brush, I would recommend using the two different sides. But if you are like me and you have a load of brushes, try to use a different color. So right now I'm just adding on to that lighter color that I left on the sort of middle part of my lid, and I'm just putting some orange on there. It's like I said, to give that sunset look. So we're just building on the orange more and more. Just building it on, making sure it's pretty like I want it. So you can see, you guys can see more now, the little orange. This is why it's really important to start off with a light color on your eyelid so that, you know, you can, any other color that you want to lay on top of that, it'll stick out more because you have that lighter color on. Alright, so here, just blend in some more orange. You want to really see the orange and the red and the burgundy kind of combination because it's supposed to reflect the sun setting. So those are the hues that you see usually when, oh, yes, vernacular hues. Anyway, those are the shades, the colors that you see representing the sunset. So here, I think I was just trying to see if there was any more color I could add. Especially when you have an eyeshadow look like this, you want them to know how much work you put into it. So you want to make sure that pigment is popping, okay? If you've never used Morphe eyeshadow palette before, let me just tell you, their pigment, their color is amazing. So right here, I'm just spraying on some of that Mario Badescu Rose Water. And I'm going in with my color corrector from LA Pro Concealer in the color, it's like an orange color. It is really good for, I would say, for anyone of color that has a lot of dark spots, hyperpigmentation. It kind of helps with that to help balance your skin tone so you don't have those dark spots. I have a lot of dark spots on like my neck area as well as certain parts of my eyes. Sometimes I get dark circles when I'm tired and stuff like that, so I would recommend putting that on first just to make sure you're color correcting everything. Yeah, color correct on my lip and stuff. Yeah, just gonna color correct everywhere. Yep, this one's blending out. See, like I was saying, your skin kind of just looks like it's just one shade. It's just one shade. You want to make sure all of that. I had to readjust the headscarf. If you're like really trying to wonder why I have my headscarf on, let me just tell you, the sis is 4C and natural. So yeah, gotta lay them edges. Right here, we're gonna use that Maybelline. I believe this was Maybelline Master Precise Black Ink eyeliner. I like eyeliners like this because I like liquid eyeliner anyway, especially jet black, just because I've been using liquid eyeliner like since high school. So now I'm pretty good at it. Now it's just like second nature, but I've used like sort of that, I guess, crayon marker-ish eyeliner, and I've used pencil, but they just don't give me the same effect as a liquid jet black liner. I mean, if you guys have any really good liners that you would recommend for me to use, please put them in the comments below. But other than that, I'm going to stick to my liner. Now, actually, this liner right here is black, but it actually has like little silver little silver pieces in it, little hints of silver. So I kind of like it for like, it's like a sparkly black. My actual jet black liner I lost, so yeah, RIP to a real one. But yeah, this one does the job pretty good as well. Like I said, this is more of a like festive look, more for if you have a whole lot of time. So yeah, we're just making sure that eyeliner is thebomb.com. Make sure that you're getting right on the lid, on the lash line, I should say. So make sure you're getting that. Yes, sis. Come on, cat eye. What? Yes. I go in. Going on the other side. Make sure the wings are perfect on both sides. Usually I have a lot of trouble getting my eyeliner on one try. Like, usually it's like on one eye I'll get it, and then the other one it'll just be a completely different direction or whatever the case may be. But on this one, I don't know. I guess I was just not feeling the pressure for real. Excuse my nail, by the way. It like literally broke in half. Well, I would say the acrylic on top of my nail broke in half, but my actual nail is really that long, so as you can see. So I really don't know why I bother getting my nails done. I might as well just get my regular nails done, but you know, we'll deal with that another day. So right here, we're getting to my favorite part, which is lashes. Yes. Honestly, to be completely honest, I didn't really get into lashes until about like a year ago. I just always just was like, nah, I'm not ever gonna wear lashes. But I will recommend that if you want lashes that actually are really good and don't look like freaking bats on your eyes. I hate when people's lashes be so thick and they look like that they're about to fly away. I like using the Ardell lashes, only because they have different ones. My favorite ones, I believe, are the faux mink ones, as well as the demi wispies, I believe. And they also have just regular wispies and a natural. So I usually use those Ardell lashes because they're super soft, they're super light. You can barely feel them once you put them on, as well as the fact that they actually look like your actual, could be possibly your eyelashes. They don't look super fake. So yeah, so right now we're gonna just lay the lash on. The directions for the glue, I also use the Ardell glue with it. I use clear white. I don't like the black one, and I don't like the clear one. I just use the clear white. So yeah, so right now we're just putting that lash on. I would recommend using tweezers just because it's easier, at least for me, to use tweezers. You want to use like a flat tweezer for that. You want to press the lash. You want to wait about 30 seconds. That's what the directions say to wait about that long until the lashes are basically sticking. Now I had put both lashes on by that point, and now we're getting to the primer. The primer I was using right now is the NYX Photo Loving Primer. This primer is thebomb.com. I believe it usually sells for about like $15 or 17. I don't know. It's pretty a little bit pricey if you were to buy it at like Ulta or something. I actually got mine at Nordstrom Rack, so it was a couple of dollars cheaper, but it's really bomb. And you want to use primer or moisturizer. Definitely want to use a moisturizer, but for like a look like this is a look that's like basically an event look. You want to be beat the whole time, so you don't want to have your pores. So primers really help with making sure your pores don't show up through your foundation, as well as help to moisturize your skin. And basically, it's for your foundation to stick to your face, not move anywhere. That's really what primer's for. You can see I'm trying to get the last little bit out of there. I'm trying to tell you that stuff is good. It's down to his last leg. Look at the brows. Yes. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you just want to make sure you prime your whole face. Done with that. Now, basically right here, I am using a sample of the Fenty. That is the foundation I was using. I actually got two colors for anyone who was around my complexion and was wondering what color they should get if they have not tried the Fenty. I had got both 400 as well as 420. One, I believe it was either 400 or 420 that One of them is a neutral, and the other one is the same shade but in like more of a yellow undertone. Like Rihanna said, they have multiple different undertones and stuff like that. I have a yellowish undertone, so the lady at Sephora, she helped me out with that. Right now, I'm just blending it on. It does kind of look a little bit light, but that's because of the camera and the lighting. But like the lady at Sephora had told me that this type of foundation oxidizes. So basically that means, all that means is that when oxygen touches it or when air touches it, it does darken up. So yeah, because I'm not one for using too light foundation. But also I've also gotten a tan, so just blend it out, blend it out, blend it out. I use this little brush. That's usually my concealer brush, but I have a Morphe brush set. So that's the concealer brush out of there. Like you see with the lighting, it looks a lot more better when I had adjusted the lighting. So this is my foundation color here. You just want to keep blending it on, but I use that little brush to scoop out the little top cap part of the foundation, just because it was like a sample size, so I couldn't clearly put my big old foundation brush on there, in there, I should say. So yeah, as you can see, it's really blending really nicely. It looks like my skin. Let me just tell you that if you've not tried it, this is my first time trying the product. I've been waiting so long, but it's worth every penny. Like, I'm literally going to go buy it with my next check. Like, this foundation was amazing. This is the best foundation I have used. I've used MAC, I've used Kat Von D, I've used Bobbi Brown, I've used drugstore, used all different type of foundations, and this was like the one for me. Most people say that it's like a matte foundation, which to me, I don't mind just because I have normal to oily skin. So around my T-zone, which if you don't know what your T-zone is, it's like your nose, your like forehead, and like around sort of like your cheeks sort of, or your smile lines. Around my T-zone, I get very, 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 very oily throughout the day. So this type of foundation would be perfect if you have normal to oily skin, or if you have oily skin. A lot of people said that it went on dry, but I did not have that experience at all. My experience was a pleasant one. If anything, it had went on really nicely. It was very moisturizing on my skin. That's what I was talking about right here. It's just like how great of a product it is. It has all different types of tones, undertones. I would recommend it. Like, you guys seen, everyone raved about it, but you can't really get, like, I would just say try it out. Like, don't just use my word or anyone else's word. Hence the reason why I had waited so long to get it. It's just because it's just like, I didn't want everyone to just hype up a product for it to be trash. But let me just tell you, it is amazing. And like, I was just raving about, you see how I'm just using that little top capful? That is literally the all the amount of foundation that I put all over my face is that little top capful. And there's still more left. And that's the coverage that I was able to get. And it was like butter. And I was just saying that, like, in comparison to MAC, which is like a little bit, MAC foundation, I believe it runs about $25 to $27 or 30. It's like around that. But Rihanna's foundation actually sells for 32. And I was just saying, like, for the coverage and just the amount of foundation, like a little bit goes a long way. I would recommend that if you are gonna like spend some money on foundation, that this would be one to get for, because I've used the MAC one and it's all fine and dandy, but if you're only gonna spend a couple of dollars more, you might as well, because to get this level of coverage with a MAC foundation, I will have to use like 2 or 3 pumps to get basically what this little capful gave me in coverage. So yeah, right now I'm doing something that everyone should be doing at this point if you're really into your makeup. But if you're a newbie and you don't know, you need to blend your makeup to your neck. You need to blend your makeup to your neck. You need to blend your makeup to your neck. Like, I can't stress that enough. there's so many people who do their makeup and they still don't get this like easy tip. You want to just do that because you know people go through different things, like especially if you're a brown girl, like we know we be three different shades depending on the season or whatever the case may be. And you just want to make sure that your neck looks the same color as your face. Like you just need to, it just makes it look way more natural when you blend it all the way down. So right here actually I have OCD really bad, and like I said earlier, I'm a perfectionist. So I mean, to some of y'all probably were like, girl, your eyebrows are fine, what are you doing? But to me, sis needed a little bit more concealer, and sis needed to be a little bit more sleek and slim. So I mean, yeah, man, had to do what I had to do to be happy. You see that? This looks so much better. Yes, blend, 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 blend. Trying to tell y'all, blending alone, like, I would say that that is like top tips for makeup. Make sure that you are blended at all times. Like, no harsh lines, no nothing. It doesn't matter how much money you spend on your makeup. If your face isn't blended, your makeup will look trash, regardless. Like, make sure that you blend till you can't blend no more. Now I'm just looking at both sides, trying to see if I'm happy with it. Just filling in a little bit more. Yeah, I'm happy with it, as you can see. Right, just gonna blend. See, there go that beauty blender. Blend, blend, blend. Trying to tell y'all. Gotta blend, blend, blend. If you didn't leave with any type of information from my video, just make sure that you can't lie and say I didn't tell you to blend, because I've been saying that this whole tutorial. Blend, 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 y'all. Okay, so the product that I'm showing right here is by the name of Sleek. It's a contour and concealing palette. I'll open it up in just a second to show you guys the colors that are inside of it. I love it. The tops I use as the concealers, and the bottom is used for contouring. Right now I'm using my Morphe concealer brush to go on with the two lighter colors to conceal my T-zone as well as under my eyes and my chin. The next step I usually like to do if I'm really going for a beat snatch look, I usually layer my concealer. So right now I'm using the LA Pro concealer in the color Honey, on the Warm Honey. And usually I use Fawn, but my beauty supply store ran out of it, so this is about the second best choice. Just going over those areas that I had concealed before. A great tip for you if you're a beginner, or if you use makeup anyway, a great tip is to let your concealer sit on your face, especially if you have a liquid concealer, just for a little bit, just so the concealer can thicken up before you start to blend it in. It's really good for better coverage and for your concealer not to move. So yep, I'm just doing this. And then next, I am going to use my beauty blender and just start to conceal those areas. I'm just blending under my eye. So I don't know why, but I usually start with my left eye. Just, I guess, force of habit. I like to check to see how it's coming up, if I can, like, my pores are showing through, if my concealer, the consistency of it, if it's thick enough or not. And just blend, 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 like I've been telling y'all. Blend like your life depends on it. So yeah, I'm just blending under my eyes, making sure all my bags don't show, and I look awake instead of looking dead tired. That's what I'm doing right here. And then, I'm just joking. And then I do my nose, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, chin, those areas. Just to let you know, the Sleek Contour palette, it's a cream concealer, And then the LA Pro Concealer, I believe it's just like more of a liquid. Right here I'm showing you the Maybelline Fit Me powder that I'm using right now. My go-to setting powder is actually by Sleek, but I ran out of it, unfortunately. And Ulta carries Sleek now. Like I said, it was a UK brand, but they carry it now. But their section is so freaking small. And they only, like, when I went there, they only carried like a couple lipsticks and like the concealer palette, but not the setting powder, unfortunately. So I would have to order it online. So again, going back with my handy dandy concealer palette with the freaking banging mirror. I love that mirror. And then I'm just going to contour. I watched this video about contouring with chubby cheeks. Because I have really chubby cheeks. I've had them my whole life. I love them. I've come to terms with them. But when you do have a more, I guess, rounder face, I guess, or like chubby cheeks like me, you have to contour your face differently. I'll probably post a video explaining that more, but you don't want to have like sort of a very sharp line just because your face isn't like that. And then just contouring my nose again with that same color. I literally love those brushes. It's like a unicorn, so pretty. So yeah, just contouring my nose. Contouring my nose. Yes. Snatched or no. Okay. Okay. And we're just going to blend that in. Blend, blend, blend. Like I've been telling y'all. Gonna contour around my face, the perimeter of my face. Definitely contour your forehead, especially if you got a 5 head, sis. Do not be afraid of the contour for the head. Okay, now I'm brushing off my setting powder with my Morphe brush. I have a set of brushes, but this one's more of the like fluffy brush, so I'm using that. I usually like to set my contour, well not set my contour, but set my face underneath my contour, just because it helps you have more of that snatched look. So yeah, I usually brush that off first, and then let under my eyes and everything else sit a little bit longer. And then, so yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Leaving the setting powder under my eyes and stuff still there. Now I'm going to go in with a Malani Bronzer. My cousin actually bought me this for my birthday one year. I still have it. And this is just a brown bronzer. And I have this angle brush. And I'm just going in to set my contour with this bronzer. I really like it because it's catered to, you know, more our chocolate ladies. It's catered to us. And it actually has gold little specks in it as well. So it goes on really, really pretty. When the sun hits it, it's amazing. So yeah, just setting the contour on my nose as well as setting the contour on my face. Just going about. Just make sure you blend, 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 sis. Contouring that forehead again. So we don't have a 5 head. Just keep going, going, going. But yeah, I love that thing. And I like how big it is as well because it's like a lot of product in there. I've had that thing forever. So now I am finally wiping off the rest of my setting powder with that same brush for the rest of my face. Usually in the summer, like for this video, I baked for about like 30 minutes. I'm not gonna even kid you. Like I literally did my makeup, went downstairs, ate, and then came back upstairs. It's because it's summertime, so you really wanna bake for real. Alright, now I am using this bomb highlighter that my cousin also gave me. Shouts to Sophia. She be putting me on and hooking me up. But anyway, this is Revolution's highlighter. You can find it in the drugstore in the UK. I don't know if we have it here, but when I run out of that I will definitely hit her up to send me another one. And now, Sleek again, I'm going in with their highlighter little palette thing that they have. It's about 4 different highlighters in there, but I really only use the gold ones. So yeah, I usually go in, highlight my nose, my eyebrows, the inner corners of my eye, as well as my cubits brow. If you're wondering why I'm using a different highlighter, that Revolution's highlighter, it has a really, really orangey brown kind of tint to it. That looks really pretty on me now because I have a tan in the summer, but in the wintertime and any other time, I can't use it because it's too orange. So I like to use it at least on my face when I have a tan, like my summer glow. But then during the year, I would recommend just using the sleek one during the year. So yeah, now I am doing the inner quarters of my eyes. I love doing this because it actually makes your eye kind of pop out as well as gives a little added touch to your eyeshadow look. So it looks very, very pretty and just makes your eyes open up more. It's really nice look. So yeah, I'm still just going in. I believe now I am actually putting the highlighter underneath my eyebrows just to give that little eyebrow bone there a little more pop. Onto the lips. We almost done. Moisturizing is key. Can't be having chapped lips and try to put a matte lipstick or anything on it. You shouldn't have chapped lips, period, but definitely if you're going to wear matte. So now I am going in with my sleek brown lip liner. I'm telling y'all, I need to be an ambassador for them because I be putting y'all on. But as you can see, it's almost done because I love that brown lip liner to death. I've used it for my eyebrows, used it for my lips. Like, that thing is the bomb. Okay, now I'm going in with the NYX Lingerie Matte Lingerie Lipstick. I love this lipstick because it literally mattes in like 30 seconds, but it goes on so pretty and it lasts so long. So if you're looking for like a matte lipstick or like lip gloss lipstick kind of thing, the NYX Matte Lingerie line is just amazing. All the colors are really pretty, but that color in particular is a Checkmate. Now I'm going in again with NYX. Again, I love their products. This is their Butter-gloss, and actually it's the color Cream Brulee. Isn't that so cute? See, I'm trying to show y'all. Oh, come on, sis. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Cream Brulee, NYX. So yeah, we're just gonna pile that onto the matte lipstick to give it a little extra pop. Yes, gloss push through. Yeah, that gloss is so pretty. So pretty, pretty, pretty. Now we're going in with NYX product again. We're going to use their setting spray. And there we go. Finished look. Sis is beat and snatched for the gods. And now I'm just bopping and everything. Putting my earrings on. Getting my life. Yes, sis. We're cute. We're cute. Alright, so yeah. This is my finished look. I'm fixing a bun. I think I make a little headband thing. Yeah, so if you like this, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace, y'all. Thanks.